go. It is Tuesday, March 28th, 2023, and from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, I'm Marshal Manlove from Delaware Sports and My Sports Reports, this being a special interview edition of our show. And shortly, we will meet members of the Odessa Ducks lady soccer team and their head coach, Sebastian Acosta-Nijamkin. I think I got that right. Hopefully I got that right. I see him in the background. He's smiling over there. Okay, good. Was worried about that. That was the biggest thing I was worried about. Oh man, I just hope I pronounce his name right. So this is brought to you, first of all, by allaboutsportsu.com. Mr. Tim Wampler is a longtime softball coach and mentor, and he's developed this online training academy for softball players. And if you go to allaboutsportsu.com and decide to subscribe for 1 year, use this promotion code that you see on the screen here and take 15% off of that subscription. And also, this is brought to you by me, Marshal Manlove, stage hypnotist. If you would like a funny, fascinating, and memorable experience for a party or an event that you're having, please consider my stage hypnosis show, details about which you can find at marshalmanlove.com. One more thing, if you don't mind, my special thanks go out to my friends at Jazzercise in Middletown, Newark, and Elkton, Maryland. Visit jazzercise.com. One of the proprietors there runs a very active Facebook group page for parents of high school athletes. They are kind enough to post up links to the videos that I produce, so I'm happy to promote them. If you'd like to make such an arrangement with me, reach out to me at mysportsreports@gmail.com. Any information you would like to send to me, that's the email address you need to know, mysportsreports@gmail.com. Perhaps you would like to recommend somebody to join me here on the show so we can talk about the positive things that they are doing in the athletic community here in Delaware and even beyond. And hopefully when I press this next button, my guests from Odessa High School will appear with their head coach. There they are. I did it. So far, only one small mistake that hopefully nobody saw. Welcome, Ducks.
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
You know, so this is like I believe, Coach, how long has Odessa been a high school there now?
This is it's third year.
Yeah, so I'm fond of the nickname that Odessa has decided to take for all the sports teams, the mascot name, which of course is the Ducks. So I kind of have you have a little warm spot in my heart there. So it's good to see some of the teams doing well so far, and certainly your team is one of them. This is head coach Sebastian Acosta-Nijamkin, who I'm talking to. Oh, I think I got it right twice.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. So you've been the head coach for all 3 years, I take it?
Yeah. I've been here since the beginning of the program.
So talk about the beginning of the program and what it was like to try to start one there.
Yeah, so when I was lucky enough to get the job, I knew some of the players some of the students that were going to be coming to Odessa. 3 of them are here, right? So Grace, Ange, and Emma were part of that first team, their freshman year. So it was a challenge at first trying to have enough players. So the first year we had 6 players on the team. So we would play in a JV schedule and play 7v7 or 7v6. But we found success, and it was all building blocks and all towards this year, which is our first full year with both teams. Last year we played a varsity schedule. This year we have a varsity and a JV team.
He's doing pretty well so far. I see you were 4-0 during that first abbreviated 7v7 season. That's good. And 10-4-1 last year.
Yeah, it was good. Last year was our goal was to try to make a run for the Blue Hen Flight B conference championship. We unfortunately lost our last 2 conference games there, but we were able to make the playoffs, which was another one of our goals, and we played against a tough Newark charter team. But this year, I think the conference is one of the goals, and making a little bit further into the playoffs is the other one.
So let's meet those whom you have brought with you here today. Just start right to your right, and I'm going to let you introduce yourselves. So start right to your coach's right. Your name, how old are you, what grade are you in?
Hi, my name is Ryleigh Sutton. I'm 14 years old and I'm a freshman.
Well,
Hi, I'm Cecilia DelDuco. I'm 15 and I'm a sophomore.
Hi, I'm Grace Barnett. I'm 17 and I'm a junior.
Hi, I'm Angela Apondi. I'm 15 and I'm a junior.
Hi, I'm Emma Funk. I'm 16 and I am a junior.
So, Emma, you had a big game in the opening game here against William Penn, I see. 5 assists.
Yeah, I did do that.
That's a lot. So what position do you play where you can dish out all these assists?
I normally play like a 6 or an 8, so like I play like center midfield. Yeah, so that gives me a lot of opportunities to run up and down the field. So I can like drop back and defend, or I can go up and serve the ball or shoot sometimes.
I did not realize you had numbered positions like basketball there, the 6 or the 8. That kind of threw me off there a little bit. So you're a center mid, basically?
Yeah.
Sort of, kind of? Defender, forward, I don't know. I played goalie when I was in high school. I didn't know anything about all those other spots. I just keep the ball away from me. That's all I care about. All right, so that's a big game. Yeah. So if you were to keep on that pace, you'd have like 90 assists. That would be pretty good.
That would be pretty good.
That would be pretty good. I think it'd be a record, yeah. All right. Angela, you go by Ange, I guess. You tell me what you prefer.
Most of the time I play as a forward. I'm more upside on the field, more attacking wise, and I really like the position because I get to go hand in hand with their back line and I'm not really more of a scorer. I like assists more than to score because my shooting is not the best, but we are working on it this year with Sebastian. We have been working on it, and I think he's really like helping me towards being more of a better soccer player.
Okay. And what do you like about soccer?
It helps a lot with my mental health, preferably, because it's something that it's more consistent in my life per se, because it's something like if I go to practice, I know this and this is going to happen, and I'm like, I have room for improvement, and I'm not as hard on myself while at soccer than I would be at other things. So it really does help with my mental health.
Okay. Yeah. Mental health is good. Good mental health is good. Anyway, right? Yeah, sport's a good thing. Exercise, big key to mental health, no doubt about that. And Grace, tell me something about yourself. What position you play, and do you play any other sports?
So I actually play center back in soccer. Since I played with Sebastian, that's basically what I've played. I also play field hockey, which is my main sport. Soccer is my second sport, but I also play field hockey. And soccer is it's kind of one thing that's always been really consistent for me. And I've also like learned a lot of things about like my teammates and made personal connections. Like I learned about Cecilia, how she does photography, and Emma likes mushrooms and toadstools, which I actually never knew about that before soccer. So that was nice to learn. And it just always was a good personal connection for me, just to make new friends and just to branch out and meet new people.
So understand that you're smart too, Grace.
Yeah, I like to do well in school.
Yeah, it's important. It's important. Not a whole lot of people go on and make a lot of money in sports, so you have to make money somehow, in some other way. So it helps to be smart, and that's like a good first step there. Highest GPA on the team. What is that GPA, Grace?
Last year my GPA was a 4.3, and currently it's a 4.5.
That is good. Because I always thought 4.0 was the highest, so what do I know?
Yeah, because I take AP classes, so it curves it higher.
You can tell I didn't have a high GPA because I didn't know that it was anything over 4. So, all right. And I understand that you're going through the recruitment process to possibly play collegiately. What are you looking at?
I'm probably not going to play soccer in college just because it's not my main sport, but definitely for field hockey, I've been looking at a couple of colleges like Eastern and University and Mansfield University, just like talking to them and like getting recruited at tournaments and stuff.
Yeah, Eastern University signed a whole lot of football players around here.
Yeah, they just started a football program.
Yeah, but I mean, like a bunch of Delawareans they picked up, so that's good. Well, I hope that works out for you. Now, Cecilia, what position you play?
I play left back. I really like seeing like I like being in the back because I'm able to see the field like ahead of me and see everything that's going on. And I really just like my fellow defenders and be like spending time with them and talking to them and working together to keep the ball away from the goal.
All right. You play any other sports?
I tried field hockey this year. I wasn't really that good at it. I got on JV, but it's really fun like to just have like a team and work together and meet new people and create new relationships. So.
And you have a YouTube channel of your own, huh?
Yeah. I make videos like aimed towards kids, so that's like basically my job.
You probably have like
I spent a lot of hours with that. What?
You probably have like 100 times more subscribers than me too.
Yeah, I have. I think it's at 172,000 right now.
I have like 100. I have like 100. 172,000.
Yeah, that's.
What am I doing here? I have to reevaluate my career choices, man. I have 100. You have 172,000.
But yeah, I've been doing it since I was. I think I was 11 when I started it. So It's been 4 years. So it's been a while, and it was like really slow at first, but then it like blew up, especially like over COVID, because everybody was just bored at home. So that's when it really started to take off.
Right. That's why I relaunched this show. Same reason, because everybody got used to Zoom, right? So I could do interviews all around the country. That's why I do this. And enough about me. Let's move on to Ryleigh, freshman varsity player, huh? Good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. What position you play?
I am a forward, and I like I like working with people up front, and I also like seeing how my teammates work in the back to get the ball up. I think that's really cool, and that I get to be there for them when the ball gets up, so I can have the opportunity to pass it to another teammate that is also in front, or I can just dribble it up.
And you play any other sports, Ryleigh?
No.
Why not?
I'm not. I used to play softball, but it wasn't for me. And then I tried soccer, and I felt like I had a connection more with soccer, so I started doing it a lot more. So.
Okay, that's totally fine. I think when I asked that question, it sounded a little rude, maybe, but didn't mean it that way. And so a lot of people play different sports. You know, they kind of cross-train that way, but there's also a lot of value in playing club sports with your particular sport. Do you play with a club?
Not at the moment. No, I don't.
Okay. All right. How are your grades?
They're pretty good. AP Human Geography isn't a subject that I really like, so I try to get the best in that, but at the same time, trying my best is all that really matters. So
That's right. Got plenty of time too. So I mean, it's like your first year in high school. You got to adjust to all that and all too, right?
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I don't know if you hear my dog barking. If you do, just tune it out, okay? All right. So the good start, 6-0. William Penn. When's your next game? Who are you playing?
So we play tomorrow against AI DuPont. Both varsity and JV play there, and then our JV team plays Espria on Thursday at home, and then we have our varsity home opener against Dickinson on Friday.
Okay. And if somebody was to go watch the Odessa Ducks soccer team play at home, because now we know some of the people who are on the team, some of the faces, personalities behind the names in the box score. Where, like, if I was going to go watch it, where would I go to eat, either before or after the game? Where would you recommend?
That's on you guys. That's on all
Honestly,
you.
there's not really anywhere that's super close to us. The closest places are kind of like 15 minutes away, but there's like Chick-fil-A and Starbucks that's like 15 minutes away.
Starbucks?
Well, you want like a coffee or something.
Oh, yeah. I like Chipotle a lot.
Yeah, that's kind of close too, like 15 minutes.
Mhm.
Their closest one is like Lorenzo's.
Oh, Lorenzo's, their pizza.
The pizza's
It's mid. It's all right.
So do you have like team get-togethers? You go to somebody's house, somebody's mom or dad cooks or something like that? Do you have any of those kind of parties?
We haven't done that this year yet, but we did it a couple times last year, but just because we were kind of focused on preseason and getting teams together and just kind of building the foundation for relationships, we haven't really done any of that yet.
Okay. Well, let's do this little team bonding exercise then. We'll start with Emma. Just look to your left and then say something interesting, funny, or positive about Angela there.
It was interesting, funny, or positive.
Yep.
Angela is a very hard worker. She's super sweet and considerate, and she always thinks about others, and I really appreciate that about her.
Okay, that's good. Ange, take a look at Grace. Same question.
Grace has been a great individual because I have her in class and with her outside of school. So I've spent like all 3 years getting to know her a little better. She's a kind, generous person, and she's always there to give you advice whenever you need it. And she's always to like fact check you. If she's right and you're wrong, she will not let it go. That's like her thing. But we have a thing where I call her Bud, and we've had it for over 3 years. And I feel like she's a very great person to be around.
Grace, same thing for you. Take a look at Cecilia. Same thing.
So Cecilia actually has some really killer photography skills, and she just takes like amazing photos, and she has really great editing skills too. And she's always willing to go the extra mile and take pictures for people and make edits for people, like for profile pictures and recruiting things. And she's always willing to help, and it's always been so nice. And she takes criticism and instruction very well, and she's always just really just like a moldable person, and she's really just like helpful and always willing to take pictures for people or JV or varsity, and just like she's always just been like kind of there for me in games and like in school.
Kind of teared up a little bit there. That was pretty touching. Cecilia, so if you take good pictures and stuff, if you take any of your team, just get in touch with me. I'll put them on my show and stuff.
Okay, well.
All right. So yeah, I'm serious. I'm always looking for help. Anybody doing like any sports broadcasting there, by any chance? Any of you? You want to? Because I'm getting a little tired of doing this myself. I need a replacement. No, huh? Okay. Well, if you know anyone, just send them my way. Cecilia, same question. Take a look at Ryleigh. Something interesting, funny, or positive about her.
I haven't known Ryleigh that long, but I feel like I already built a connection with her. She's really like fun to talk to, and she's always like super positive, which I need sometimes, like if I'm like not feeling the best. And also, like, when we play, like, do scrimmages during practice and stuff, she always gives me, like, a challenge, and that's what I enjoy because it makes both, like, me and her better, and it's just really fun to play with her.
Good. Ryleigh, look down the other side of the table at Emma, and the same thing. Tell me what you know about her that's interesting, funny, or positive.
I met Emma this year, but as of, like, now, Emma is very positive, and she always has like that positive mindset, and she's always there to keep your head up. Like if something happens and you like have your head down, she always has that positive attitude and helps you get your head back up and makes you try harder. So.
Good. Well done. So the answer to this question might not be somebody who's here at the table, but who would you say is like the funniest person on the team?
Gianna.
Yeah. I agree.
Who is it?
Gianna.
And what's her last name?
Mina.
Okay.
Maina.
All right. And what makes her funny? She just her personality? Does she do things that are funny?
I think it's just her personality. She's a very funny individual, but when it's time to get serious, she's always there. She's gonna find some little like gaps to throw in a joke or two, or find something to say funny, even if it's a serious situation.
Who's the strongest person on the team?
Grace.
I think I agree.
Yeah. Grace.
I feel like you are.
So if we would go into the weight room right now, Grace would be the power lifter in the bunch?
Definitely not me. We all know that.
Yeah, probably Grace.
All right, so do you have a team song that you all like to sing?
Oh, Sebastian.
What?
Huh?
We have a theme song?
Oh, well, you'd like to make the playlist, so you just have all your.
I try to make the playlist of things that I like or things that I want to listen to as well. The players have sent some songs and song requests. Music is something we try to introduce and things like that. Something we did a lot in this off season during winter workouts is we would get together and do a lot of team building. So that was a big part of this year. We've done it even through to the beginning of the season. So we've done some little rituals or little things that hopefully are helping with the idea of team building for the group.
So who's the best singer on the team?
It ain't me.
Isn't it?
Ellie in choir.
She's in advanced chorus.
So
I've never heard her sing though.
So probably Ellie, 'cause she's in choir.
I feel like I thought Hannah was a good singer too.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I think we should do karaoke.
Sure.
Yeah.
Karaoke practice.
We'll get back to you on that one.
All right, so no real answer on that. How about who's got the best dance moves?
G.
Or Gianna, maybe.
Or Sammy. Yeah. G or Sammy.
Sam Mitchell.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so talk about some of the other players on your team. Don't leave anybody out. Your team members, it's just not the five of you out there. So who else is helping contribute to your success so far and hopefully your future success?
So I'm a center back with Lexi Kemsky. We actually have been playing together. She was one of the 6 original the year we started, and we have just been playing center back together all 3 years, and I feel like we just have a really strong connection, and we just play really well together, and we both understand each other and our strengths and our weaknesses, and I feel like that's part of what helps us hold like our back line together, is because we both know how each other work and how to instruct the rest of the back line and just kind of make the team work from the bottom up.
Okay. Good one. Who else?
I don't know. There are a lot of girls on the team, and I feel like they've all sort of contributed to our success in their own ways. So
Well, just name some names. You don't have to go into a deep biographical explanation of them, but just, they're all your friends and teammates. Just talk about some of them, more of them.
I also agree with Emma, but I will say Marissa. I've known Marissa for almost my whole life, and now that I play soccer with her, I feel like now we have more of we have a good friendship, but also she's like behind me when playing, and I'm also there for her when she needs me, and she's just very helpful when I'm down yeah.
So that would be Marissa Wolf.
Yeah.
Who's the goalie?
Lizzie
Sabula?
Yeah. So our varsity goalkeeper is Lizzie, and then our JV goalkeeper is Shawnham.
So, and Lizzie's a freshman, I see, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Should be around for a while.
Yeah.
All right, Coach, fill in any blanks for me here. Yeah, I mean, if you want to mention any other kids that are on the team so nobody feels left out there, we don't want to leave anybody out, or tell me any of your thoughts about the 5 players that you brought with you here today.
Yeah, I mean, I brought the reason why I picked these 5. I mean, Ange, Grace, and Emma were 3 of the original players, and then Cecilia and Ryleigh represent our sophomore and our freshman class. I think overall the team in general has been really, really good. I feel like we've gotten to hear different voices throughout the season so far. And as Emma mentioned, everyone has a role. It's just a matter of understanding your role and doing your role really, really well. So, we have players that are at times a little more reserved or a little more quiet. But they find their role. Yesterday, we were talking about Priya, for example, who's on the JV team, who her communication a lot of the time becomes nonverbal just because of her body language. She communicates extremely well with her body language, even though she might not be the loudest player on the team. Whereas Jillian Kersey, who's on the varsity team, is one of the louder freshmen that we have in general, in a good way. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, it's been a really, really good, it's been a really good start to the season, and I have to give a lot of credit not only to the players but also to our staff that we have. We somewhat transitioned into a new staff early into the season. Kirsten Priest, who's was our assistant coach last year and towards the beginning of this year, transitioned herself out, do some work things, and then we were able to bring in Mike Barracara, who's a former University of Delaware women's coach, as our assistant coach, and then Lauren Freeman, who was a former Middletown high school soccer player and longtime player that I coached for a long time in club soccer. So she's coaching our JV team. So I feel like our coaching staff and the support that we have from the school, from the athletic training department to the administration is helping a lot.
All right. Well, ladies, anything else you want to add there? Now would be the time to do so.
I'll go. So the change from not being able to be with KP to changing to Coach Mike and Lauren was kind of a weird transition, because we were used to KP, but it was something different. At first, it was kind of odd, but after a couple weeks of practicing and getting to know them a little better, I feel like we're more comfortable talking to them, and we make it a habit to send KP pictures before games just to make sure she knows that we're still thinking about her throughout the season. But also getting to know Coach Mike and Lauren has also been such a good journey, getting to know like different perspectives and different things, because we've been with Sebastian 3 years. So now we have something different to look at, because it's something new with Sebastian, but we're also kind of used to it. So I feel like they bring some spice to the team.
All right, well said. Anybody else? Parting words? No?
Thank you for having us.
It's been my pleasure. All right, I want to wish the Odessa Ducks soccer team lots of success. They're 1-0 so far, playing again tomorrow. Full schedule. It was good to see. Playing without masks, even better to see, right? Yeah, no doubt about that. And Coach, ladies, wave goodbye to our growing fan base here at Delaware Sports and My Sports Reports. I am going to hit end meeting for all now. Wish you farewell. Best of luck.
Thank you.
And that's the Odessa Ducks soccer team with head coach Sebastian Acosta-Nijamkin and their 5 players that he brought with him: Grace Barnett, Emma Funk, Angela Apondi, Cecilia, DelDuco, and Ryleigh Sutton, kind enough to take out time of their day to come talk to us. And if you would like to submit any information whatsoever to me at the show here, it's mysportsreports@gmail.com. Special thanks go out to my wonderful, beautiful wife, Dawnie M., my friends, Joey B. and Tommy K., supporters of the show from day one. You can support the show simply by subscribing on whatever video platform you find these videos. Occasionally, press play. That helps. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, I'm Marshall Manlove, and I bid you farewell. Time for afternoon snackies.